Hello, my divine kings and queens. I'm back to do another video. As I mentioned before, I told you guys that the direction that I want to take and that I've been taking, but I'm just voicing it again, is coming on here and not only giving you just the confirmations and prophetics that I receive, but also coming on here, my pup. Jade, what are you doing? Coming on here, and also I told you guys I would be reading certain excerpts from my book, Reinvent Yourself It's Never Too Late, which you can click the link in the description box below to purchase, and you can also purchase via the link that I posted on the community board. And so today what I want to go over is spiritual release, right? And a part of being able to spiritually release is telling yourself that there are a lot of things that we allow ourselves to go through. And some of those things, it's involving matters of the heart, involving certain situations and people that we allow in our lives, right? And so I tell you guys that one of the reasons why I chose to be celibate is because of STDs. STDs, using the medical term, sexually transmitted diseases, and also the spiritual term, sexually transmitted demons. So because of both reasons, I choose to be celibate. And one of the reasons that I had to realize, when you attach yourself to a person sexually, you will never understand what that person is battling, what they've gone up against. I keep trying to tell you, you think you know people, but you really don't know people. Don't think that you know a person because of how they show support to you and how they show love to you. Surface level knowledge. You don't know in depth, because no one will ever show. I'm just going to be honest with you. No one is ever going to tell you and show those deepest, darkest moments of themselves, even though we both have it. Right? We both have a goodness and a darkness about ourselves, but a part of choosing to be on this path is learning how to subdue those inner demons. You have to learn how to do it. You have to learn how to overcome those temptations, how to overcome those addictions. That's what I mean by subdue, right? Overcome, heal from it, right? I detail in my book, so I say here, so now I had to start to take back the reins of my life and claim my power back. I had to start releasing all the negative energy and toxic people that no longer serve me. I knew once I took this vital step towards healing and spiritually releasing this from my life, that I could finally start to reinvent myself and come out a stronger, wiser, and successful human being. I just need to stop going against the powers that be and allow God to guide the will of my life and trust He knows what is best for me. Also, I had to learn how to properly express my emotions instead of keeping them bottled, acting as if I'm okay. Again, it is okay to not be okay. I don't know who told y'all. And let me tell you something. I don't care whatever your parents told you. Learn how to break those traditional beliefs that you was raised that a man can't cry. A man can't seek help. He got to always be strong and manly. That is not healthy. You find someone. If it's not no one physically, then spiritually you get down on your knees and you pray. And you ask God for help and you ask Him for guidance. Do you understand me what I'm saying? But one of the things that you would never do and that you should never do is keep those emotions bottled up. This is why people are taking their lives. This is why people, all it takes is one little thing and they break and they fold. Because they're keeping up all this stuff bottled inside because of things that people told them. I don't know if it's a thing in black families or just families across the board. It's okay to not be okay. I don't care if whoever told you, whatever they told you. I'm telling you, it is okay to not be okay. It is okay to not be okay. Say it. It's okay to not be okay. Say it again. It is okay to not be okay. Say it 3 times. It is okay to not be okay. But you have to make sure that when you're in that energy, that you know how to properly release and channel that energy towards something more positive in your life. So I say that to say, listen, when you spiritually release, if you have connected to people, and it's okay, I tell y'all, it's a judgment-free channel. You do what you do. It's not going to happen overnight. But if you know that you've been laying out with people and maybe you feel like at certain times it's hard for you to sleep at night, or at certain times you be thinking certain things and being in certain energies and feeling certain emotions that you've never felt before, you have to start learning what you have to do to ground yourself and release yourself from those spiritually transmitted demons, because that's exactly what it is. Also, check yourself and make sure that you ain't catch no sexually transmitted diseases too. And at the same time, what do you do to release? Well, you have to channel that energy. First thing is understanding why you're in that energy. And if you're feeling down and you're feeling depressed, right? Sometimes you close your eyes and you're like, okay, you're feeling depressed. You're feeling down. You're feeling like, why am I here? Well, why do I feel jealous about this person? Why? Maybe it's just something that... So what you're doing in this moment, and you're closing your eyes, what you're doing in this moment, you're visualizing, right? So you're closing your eyes. You're still in this energy, right? But what you're doing, you're talking to yourself. You're like, why am I here? And you say, okay, well, you're visualizing. You're like, okay, I'm going back to when my mother didn't do this for me, and when my father did this to me and he didn't show me this and he wasn't there. I'm going back to when I was going to school and I was bullied in the hallway, and so when I'm seeing this, it's making me feel this way. Or I once was here making this amount of money, but things ain't coming to me how I used to come, and I'm tired of being in this rut. I'm tired of working this job. I'm just want to give up. Now you're visualizing it, right? So now that you got a hold of that energy, you grab it and you say, what can I do to channel this energy? Okay, let me get out and let the sun hit my face. Maybe I need to walk it off so that I can come up with what my next plan of action should be, so I can get from this job, so I can feel better about myself, so I can overcome this depression, so that I can get up out of this stupor and this sunken place that I'm in, because it's not my fault that I'm there. It's okay that I'm not okay. But for me to get back to feeling okay, I got to fight to get up out of this energy. And how do I fight to get up out of this energy? I have to channel it, and I have to redirect it towards something else. Maybe I'm angry. Let me go to the gym and let out that anger. That is a spiritual release. Maybe I'm depressed. Let me go walk it off and play my favorite song while I'm walking it off, and it will jog back maybe some memories, memorabilia. You know, you'll feel like, hey, this triggered a moment in my life that made me happy. Spiritual release. Oh, I want to be at this job, but I got bills to pay. Step outside, go to your car, pray, ask God for strength. Spiritual release. You do things. First, you have to close your eyes, visualize it, attack it, get that energy. Then you got to redirect it, and you got to channel that energy. You got to get back. But it's okay to initially not be okay. But we don't want to stay there. We have to figure out what we have to do to get up out of that energy. And that's how you get up out of that energy. You visualize, you strategize, you get that energy, you grasp, you get a hold of it, and then you say, okay, what I'm going to do to channel this energy and redirect it so I can get up out of this energy, right? That's how you do it. But initially, it's okay to not be okay, right? But you will never get there if all your life you go through thinking that you got to be macho man, or you got to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders, or you can't just have your moment where you be selfish and you put yourself first before anybody else. This is the problem now. This is why you're in this position now. Take time back from your kids. Who say you can't take time from your kids? This is the problem now. This is why you have to release and step back from it all, so that when you come back, you can be your best self to your child. You can be your best self at that job. You can be your best self in your life. You can't do it if you tell yourself all the time, I got to be okay. I got to be perfect. I can't feel these emotions. Get up out of that. Do away with that. Do away with those traditional beliefs. I don't know who told you that, but if your mama didn't tell you and your daddy didn't tell you, I'm telling you. Set the example. Be the change that you want to see. It starts with you. No one is going to do it for you, sweetheart. No one is going to do it for you, sir. No one is going to do it for you, ma'am. Unfortunately, I could say this a little bit more nice, but tough love is the best love. And you have to learn how to spiritually release to become spiritually grounded. There are no shortcuts around it. You can't jump before you walk. Can't jump before you walk. And you can't walk before you crawl. Ain't no shortcuts around it. Take those steps and start doing that. And I promise you, you will be on the road to becoming your best self. When you start telling yourself that it's okay to not always have to be on my A game. I don't always have to be perfect, and it's okay to not be okay at times. But what are you going to do to get back okay? To get yourself grounded and get yourself back on the right track? This is what you have to start doing. Acknowledge it, tackle it, release to become grounded. And until next time, I want you to stay prayed up and be blessed. And if you want to read more about my book, make sure that you click the link in the description box below, and also check out the link via the community board. I love you. Stay prayed up. And have a good day and a great weekend.